It is just after 9 a.m. in Orange County, and Kobe Bryant is right on schedule. He isn't traveling as a global icon today. He is a basketball dad. Beside him sits his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna. Joining them are teammates Alyssa Altobelli and Peyton Chester, their parents, John, Keri, and Sarah, and coach Christina Mauser. In the cockpit is Ara Zobayan, a veteran pilot with 8,500 flight hours. To him, this is a routine shuttle for VIP friends, but as the rotors of the Sikorsky S-76 cut through the morning air, they are flying toward a wall of fog that is about to turn a simple trip into a tragedy. By 9:20 a.m., a thick marine layer has rolled over Glendale. To understand what happened next, you have to understand the two ways a pilot sees the world. Most of the time, pilots fly under VFR, or visual flight rules. This is flying by sight. You look out the window to identify landmarks, hills, and the horizon. Under VFR, you are legally and physically required to stay clear of clouds. The alternative is IFR, instrument flight rules. This is flying by the dashboard. In IFR mode, a pilot ignores the window entirely and relies 100% on glowing screens and gyroscopes to guide them through the soup. On this morning, Zobayan was flying VFR. He was trying to stay under the fog to keep the 101 freeway in sight. He reached out to the Burbank Airport Tower, asking for special permission to continue by sight despite the dropping visibility. For 11 agonizing minutes, the helicopter circled in a gray mist, neither moving forward nor turning back. When they reached Calabasas, the flat ground vanished and the hills began to rise. The gap between the damp earth and the heavy clouds was disappearing. Zobayan was now scud running, desperately trying to keep the pavement of the road in sight while hurtling forward at 184 miles per hour. At 9:44 a.m., he made a fateful decision. He decided to abandon VFR and climb rapidly to get above the clouds. He pulled the nose up and entered a total whiteout. In an instant, the world vanished. Because he had been flying by sight, his brain was not prepared for the sudden sensory vacuum. This triggered spatial disorientation. Without a horizon, the inner ear sends false signals to the brain. Even though his instruments showed the helicopter was tilting, his gut insisted he was level. He radioed SoCal Flight Control, stating he was climbing to 4,000 feet. In reality, he was banking hard to the left and plunging toward the earth in a graveyard spiral. The controller asked, "Say intentions." There was no reply. Zobayan was only 100 feet away from breaking through the top of the clouds into the California sunshine, but he never saw the light. The helicopter struck the Calabasas hillside at 160 knots. Why? Investigators call it plan continuation bias. It is the human tendency to stick to a plan even when the environment suggests it's time to quit. Zobayan pushed forward because he wanted to get these families to their game. He relied on his eyes in a situation where eyes no longer worked. We lost legends, coaches, and 3 young girls with their whole lives ahead of them. Kobe Bryant spent 20 years winning battles through sheer force of will, but in the fog of Calabasas, he met an obstacle that willpower could not beat. One pilot, Ara Zobayan. 8 passengers, Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna Bryant, Alyssa Altobelli, Peyton Chester, their parents John, Keri, and Sarah, and coach Christina Mauser. All 9 were killed in the crash.